Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60andMe. 60andMe is a community of women who are aging beautifully and who are making the most out of their lives, passion and purpose as they get older. And I welcome you all here today. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We are on this journey together, and I think most women in their 60s and 70s, 80s are very sensitized to the world around them right now and also to the place that they feel in it. And I think that if you ask most women in their 60s what they're really looking for, it's to live an authentic life, to be true to themselves and to just be living the life that they wanted to live all of the previous years. So what keeps you awake at night? Are you thinking about things that you've never discussed with yourself before? That inner voice that we have to pay attention to? That inner voice is your guide, in my opinion. This is your soul, however you want to define that. It's the person that wakes you up in the night with a thought or gives you the gift of a dream that delivered a message you didn't understand and gives you time to reflect on it. And it's non-visual. It's not something that you can describe, that you can measure. It's just an inner sense of moving forward, getting clarity, becoming the woman that you've always wanted to be. So I want to talk to you a bit about that today and how to live an authentic life. 6 different ways that we can live an authentic life in our 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you love to watch the videos that I put out, I've got like 1,800 of them now on YouTube, and there's so many topics, everything related to getting older and just enjoying life as I've described it. Please subscribe to our channel. Just press that subscribe button if you're watching right now, and please help us to spread the word to other women. Also, if you want to be told when our videos are released, there's a notification bell that you can press there. And the good thing about that is we don't promote our videos on our website and Facebook anymore. It's just here on the YouTube channel. So if you press the notification bell, you'll know when new videos are uploaded. Okay, so let's talk about authentic living. Kay Arthur is one of our bloggers, and I love her work. She's such a beautiful woman, and she's written this article about 6 ways to live an authentic life. And if you agree with me that voice, that little voice that comes to you in the night, that little voice that whispers, your secrets, good and bad sometimes, these are some of the things you can do. First thing that Kay talks about, and we've discussed this before, but it's coming at it a different way now, which is making learning a way of life for you. And it's not just learning things or about how to do something or whatever. It's take the time to invest in those areas of curiosity and creativity that you maybe didn't give yourself time to do before. This is the time. Now, if you're, I don't know when you're watching this, but I think the COVID situation is going to be with us for quite a while. So it's probably that during that time, these are the times when we fill our minds with other things, but this is a time to make learning, part of your life. I just signed up again for Audible books, and I love listening to books. Part of me just doesn't settle down on a sofa with a book anymore. I like to hear it. So Audible for me has been a real godsend. But take time, and it's accessible everywhere you go, online, on your computer, iPads, wherever. You can learn as you go. Buses, trains, whatever you're able to do. Another thing is to enjoy your spirituality. Now, I don't mean, if you are a Christian or you are a Buddhist or a Muslim, these are all wonderful, whatever you do to give your life, your spiritual life sustenance, of course do that. But if you're not attached to any of those religions, or you are a spiritual person in the sense you know there's something more, it feels that there's an intelligence, there's something in the universe that's bigger, that's greater, that's more, just more abundant, well then this is the time to sink into that and enjoy that peaceful feeling. Meditate, do your yoga. These are ways to get to an authentic life by just slowing everything down. Moving yourself away from Amazon.com for a little while onto maybe a TED Talk or something that's a more spiritual conversation, whatever it might be, astrology, astronomy, whatever takes you further towards that spiritual center. Now, another thing is to keep relationships meaningful. We know this has been such a challenging time for 8-9 months now for everybody, but I think older women who are, maybe their relationships were dependent on contact with their grandchildren or with their children. They're not maybe in the workplace anymore, so they're not, chatting with colleagues. This has been a time that's been so incredibly challenging. And relationships involve give and take, reciprocation. They involve touching and feeling and hugging and kissing and sitting around the table and having food. None of that's possible right now. And we know that how hard that is. But it is difficult to keep relationships meaningful during this time, but you can do it. It can be done. And we've talked about this before. I mean, I'm just sort of preaching to the converted, I know, but you have to take that step. You have to join that FaceTime conversation or that Zoom call, even though it's like, oh, I don't do Zoom, I don't do Facebook, I'm not kind of into that. You have to make some time and do it. And actually, the thing that's kind of the other side of the coin is you may not be reciprocated. Your children may not want to talk. You might feel these emptiness moments. Your grandkids are busy or they're doing something and just don't want to speak with you. Your love that you are feeling for individual people just may not work. So maybe broaden it to go to a broader appreciation of the world and connect to a tribe like 60andMe or many other groups now where you can find people doing what you do. They're the ones that actually have your shared interests and they're like-minded. They're not more tons of people just for the sake of it. They're people that think the way that you do. So that's another thing to keep relationships strong. And on top of that layer, embrace and appreciate friends. There's acquaintances who do things that you like to do, the knitting club, the book club, the writing group, the walking group, the yoga team, whatever. But then there's your friends. And I know that I certainly have fallen down with this over the last few years, and I've made a point now of trying to regroup and reconnect. I just this morning spoke to a friend in Bali, and she is just such a great person. I just love her energy, her strength. Things are very, very tough in those places in the world where tourism was big. And she's just amazing. And I made that call. We talked for half an hour. It was just lovely. And we actually came up with some really interesting ideas and plans, things that we just wouldn't have materialized. So treasure your friends, nurture those, because feed it like you feed your body. This is a great thing that Kay talks about. I love how she describes that. Feed your emotional body like you feed your physical body. Give yourself virtual hugs. Make a point to just try. Another thing is to get physical. Now, this is not one that's going to be a kind of a surprise to you, because when we did our loneliness survey this year, one of the things that impressed me was the number of women who said exercise, going out into nature was one of the greatest ways to get perspective, authenticity, just a sense of connection to who your true inner soul is. Walking in nature. I know right now it's autumn for me, and I'm just enjoying the colored leaves, and I've been taking pictures, a lot of photographs. That's another way for me to stop doing anything else. I can't do my phone or my computer when I'm taking pictures. So for me, that's one of my ways, and perhaps you've got ways too. Makeup is one for me too. I play with makeup and it's just a lot of fun. So physical, yes. I think the bottom line is be true to yourself. Be true to your own self and make sure that you're doing things that are really, really geared to who you. When you wake up in those nighttime calls I was mentioning earlier, those dreams, do them with an openness. Be true to that inner self, that inner person. And as the sun is beginning to set a little bit here, it's just I like the change in the light. Take a deep look at these 6 areas, how you can actually do some things to live an authentic life. Hope it's been helpful. I really appreciate Kay writing this article. Are you living the life that you've always wanted to live? Probably not. I think there was one comment once that came up that someone said, nothing in my life has worked out the way that I thought it would. And I love that. I'm okay with that. And when I think about my situation too, I think, who on earth would have thought I'd be doing this? It wasn't even in my mindset that I would have a community of women. Like 500,000 women now join our website and enjoy the articles and videos. We have a Patreon group now, which is a private group you might be interested in. It's a group that meets, we have private interviews, like exclusives I do, questions and comments that we share just in a small group. Then we have live shows. We've got one this week, but it's really amazing to have these technology connections that I never thought I'd have. My family didn't turn out anywhere like I thought it would either. I thought I'd be married forever. I thought that my children would do things that they're 180 degrees from what they're doing today. It's all good. So please tell us about how you're living an authentic life, and also the steps that maybe you're taking in the direction, if you don't feel that you're quite there yet, that you've got things to do and places to go. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, love each other, be kind out there to everyone. It's hard times, and just be safe and well, and know that I'm thinking about you and sending lots and lots of love. Okay, everyone, take care, be well. See you again soon.